Hey, yo, most of you guys are here waiting for me. Cool. 8 Donk, Drapsnat, Lurks. You guys are here. All right, so last night's reading did not upload to my Twitch, but we're not going to worry about it. Should, but it'll be okay as long as you guys receive the. I don't know how long it's going to take for us to get through the entire Bible, but because we don't know when God's coming back. I mean, I know there's more prophecies that need to be fulfilled before He does come back. So I think we got some time. How much? I have no. But we got to make it through this. That's all I know. Is we gotta make it through this. Got to. 4 chapters at a time doesn't seem like enough to me, but at least at least we're reading the Word of God instead of spending our time doing other things that are evil. Um, I changed it up. We're gonna listen to something else tonight. Don't know the words to it, but um, still praise and worship. So like I've seen some things tonight that has encouraged me to keep going and go a little bit stronger. I how do I explain it? I don't know how. Um, I don't even I don't even know where to begin. We should all be excited because God is coming back, and we're really really close. I mean, you got to understand how wicked this world is becoming, and how more and more things are getting out of control, and I mean, God has us. He He has us in His hands. I do believe that. I do know that. So spend as much time as you possibly can with your loved ones. And if they don't know who Jesus is, you must tell them. You must get them to understand, convince them in any way, shape, or form that you can to get them to come back to the side of good and turn away from evil in their wicked ways. Uh, it's very concerning. I am truly concerned for each and every last person on this earth that is going against God. I didn't know that I was, but if you're not with Him, you're against Him. And that's something you don't want to do is you do not want to be against God. None of us. should be against God. And our even our own leadership, and I'm not putting them down or trying to talk crap about them, but people do wicked things behind closed doors, and they just, I'm going to leave it alone because I don't know how to explain it, and I want to so bad, but I don't want to get myself caught up in a trap and say something that isn't right to people. Okay. So we must pray for everyone on this earth that they turn around and go back to God. Run to him. Yeah, run to him. I feel like by just reading the Bible to you, it's helping in a way. And then again, we have the same people in here about every night, like Mark, Lurks, Drapsnat, Donk, and Nate. Nightbot's always here. It's a bot. Um, the robot. Uh, that's something I'm not looking forward to either. Is more and more robots in our world. Um, People are using them to deliver God's word, and that's not right. I don't think that's right. I don't know where it is or where. Don't go looking for it either. But I saw a robot with wings on its back, uh, make it look like an angel, and it's delivering sermons to people. That's ugh, sends a chill up my back, like up my spine. Just gives me the heebie-jeebies. I I've seen things that I don't want to even talk about. How much evil I've seen in this world. And I'm just sitting here thinking. I remember something that I don't even want to. I don't even want to talk about it. But let's concentrate on God and how merciful He is, and how much grace He has, how much mercy He has for us, and just surrender to His will. Like free will is, it can definitely get you in trouble. But He didn't make us to be robots. He made us so that we had a choice whether or not that we worship Him or we turn away from Him. And I, I just, I don't understand why people want to ignore God. And I kind of get it. Like they want to do whatever they want to do, and they're stuck in their sinful ways. And most of it's just disgusting. So I understand why God made these 10 commandments that we need to adhere to. And being one that has turned away from sin, like I didn't even know I was doing it until like I didn't realize that I was turning away from my sinful ways. I just started putting drugs and saying, "Nah, I don't want it no more." And my drug habit was my gateway to being an adulterer. Like, and it, the more I did drugs, the more porn I watched. Yeah. Um, and I just I didn't want it anymore. The drugs, and I didn't. Now that I know that, you know, I've grown up and realized that because of what God showed me, I don't want to sin anymore. I don't, and I hope to God that I never do again. We all fall short of the glory of God, and am I going to stumble? Am I going to trip up? Yeah, most likely. I'm a human being. There's no way that I can be perfect, but I can try, and so can you. We we have a choice to make whether we steer away from bad things or go to them. All right. And I'm gonna tell you one thing: adultery is hard to overcome, but with God, you can. Am I saying that I've overcome it? No, not completely. I fight myself to not look at women anymore. Complete, just it's so hard, and I got to keep telling myself I'm just starting my walk. I'm just starting my walk. I'm just starting my walk. And I'm not trying to boast or brag or disencourage you, because all through all things, what does it say? All things are possible through Jesus Christ who gives me strength. All things are possible through Jesus Christ who gives me strength, who gives all of us strength. Okay. Uh what is it? He says, I am the vine, you are the branches. He who abides in me and I in him will bear much fruit. For without me you can do nothing. For without him you can do nothing. And I'm starting to get it. And I hope you guys are too. Like, I know we're just barely reading Leviticus, and we'll be out of it tonight and into Numbers. But we got to pay attention to these accounts and how God turns bad situations that we're going through into good situations for us. Like when he had Noah build the ark, there was a bad situation in all of that. For what did he say? For the hearts of men let's go back to Genesis. Or the hearts of men are evil continually, and he was sorry he made them. Not sorry, but he was sad that he made them. I mean, like, and because he had to destroy them, and the only one that he saw righteous in his eyes was Noah. And I hope I'm not saying anything that's going to get me in trouble, like, because I don't want to. I don't want to get in trouble with God. So I'm gonna pray us in. We're gonna listen to this thing. You know what I mean? I don't want to willfully get myself in trouble on YouTube or anything. Blah blah blah. And then we'll read the 4 chapters as normal. And I got some other stuff I need to go do. And I don't know. All I know is that Jesus is coming back, and we've got very little time left to get ourselves right with God, to my knowledge. Like, we are living in the times of revelation. The Antichrist is upon us. More and more evil is just is running rampant in this world. Okay? There is a spiritual war that we cannot see going on between heaven and hell. So basically, which side are you going to choose? Are you going to choose damnation, or are you going to go to God? Because I've made my choice. I want to fight for heaven. I will be a soldier in Christ. It's it's not a hard choice to make. It's really not. It's even Jesus said his yoke is light. So if I got to die for what I believe in, so be it. So be it. Because I already know the end. Well, I don't know my end. I don't know how I'm going to die. Nobody does. I don't want to know. But I do know that I do not want to go to damnation, into that pit of darkness and out of the presence of the Lord forever. Screw that. That's not a good idea. It's just not. I would rather get on my knees and profess that Jesus is Lord. Because I know God's real. I don't know how many times I've told you guys that I looked up, and in the clouds I seen the king sitting on his throne and the evil one eating souls. Now, God didn't say anything to me, but you must try and understand what that meant. Basically, you got a choice. Either you're going to come to me, or you're going to let this thing devour you. I'm going to go to the Lord. Yeah. Uh huh. Yeah. I don't want to be devoured by no freaking evil demon. Screw that. And I believe that's not. He doesn't want that for anyone. He wants for many are called, but few will find the way. Is he calling me? I believe so. Like, he said 2 words to me. And I know it was him because it put the fear of God in me. Like, it just, whoa. He said 2 words. You are. Did I understand what that meant? Yes, because of what I was doing at that point. Don't know if it's necessary for me to tell you, but I will. So, this place that I'm in, I know you guys don't see too much, but this part of the area is a shop, okay? But over that way, over there is the church, okay? There's a church here. This whole building is a ministry. And I sleep inside of the church, all right? I sleep right where we have church on Sundays. And I was praying to God for forgiveness for the third time that night. I think it was the third time. Might have been the second. I don't know. I can't remember correctly. My brain is just, I've just been going through a lot right now. Okay. So don't get me to lying. But as I'm laying in bed and I'm asking him for forgiveness, I'm asking him for forgiveness. He spoke to me and said, "You are." And when he did, I heard this booming voice, and it was just great. And it felt like my soul was lifted up out of my body and replaced. And I could see this white light in like my peripheral. And I was just so scared. Like that was literally the fear of God. And I've never heard him really speak to me before, ever. And if he has, I didn't hear him. But uh, you got to assume, and I'm not trying to assume, I know that was God's voice. That was literally God's voice. Like, just, it scared the crap out of me. Okay. And it wasn't like a pee your pants scared. It was a good kind of scared. Like, it was a really good scare that you have to have. Like, if you don't have the fear of the Lord within you, there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you. You must be afraid of God, for he says to. I'm scared of God, okay? I don't know if you are. I am. Uh, I've been afraid of a lot of things in my life. Been been afraid to publicly speak, which case I'm doing now. Not afraid of it anymore. Um, Afraid to go to jail. Afraid to go to prison. That happened too. Whoops. You know what? Actually, hate to say it, but prison wasn't even that bad. Not this day and age. Like country club. You must imagine back in ancient back in the day, back in the times of Peter, Paul, and all the 12 apostles, when you got stuck in prison back then, like uh, uh, Joseph, I think it was Joseph, wasn't it? His brothers sold him to the sold him, and he ended up in Egypt. And because of the Egyptian king, his wife was trying to get him to sleep with him because she saw him and looked upon him in favor or whatever. She was just all lust and crap. Because he wouldn't sleep with her, she had his uh his clothes in her hand, and he ran away from her, and when he tore away, she was left with his, what is it, a tunic, or I don't know what they call it. Well, she had his clothes. So she started screaming rape, rape, and that got the man put in prison. Okay? Well, back in that time, prisons were dungeons. Okay? You're shackled. I don't know if you're shackled by hand or just by foot, but you're shackled to the wall with a chain, and you don't get to see the light of day. You remember Aladdin? You remember when uh, they threw Aladdin in the dungeon? He was chained to the wall. It's kind of like that. And there was no light. Like Disney put a window in there. That's probably not true. Not back in those days. But today, yes, it's still bad. It's a bad place to be. Like there are levels of prisons. Like if your crime is violent, they put you with violent people, and you can end up getting stabbed or just brutally beaten to death. It's not good. All I did was get caught with a stolen vehicle, so I only did 7 months. And I'm not saying that it was a good thing. It's, like I was trying to save my life. Yeah. People, let's just leave it alone because people were trying to do harm to me. Okay, so I did what I could to run away. Whatever. But where they put me, it was like country club, basically. Do nothing but eat and watch TV all day. Ooh. Read a book. Leave people alone, or they'll beat you up. Yeah. I even had a guy who was like just huge ask me, little guy like me, if it was okay for him to sit next to me to watch TV. Bro, go ahead. That seemed really awkward to me. And then he said something about, well, I thought if I just sat down, you might have shanked me or something. For what, dude? For what? Like, I have, I don't think I've ever really wanted to actually kill somebody in my entire life. Like, there was a time, but eh, I was just, would I have actually done it? Probably not. I even had a gun in my hand at one point because I witnessed a man kicking a girl in the mouth. I was going to shoot him for it, but I put the gun away because I didn't want to. Didn't want to. I could not bring myself to shoot that man. Not even for what he did. You might call me a coward, but I don't want to kill nobody. Don't. I don't like watching people die. It's not good. I heard that a man. You know what? It's just talking about evil, and I don't. I don't even want to bring it up. Just something wicked. Let's concentrate on God, shall we? Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, as we forgive those as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. In Jesus' mighty name I pray. Amen. All right, so I'm going to mute real quick and then we'll get into the reading after you know what. I just figured I'd switch it up for the night and try something new. That sounded beautiful. Um, we're in chapter 25 tonight. I want to talk to you guys, but I just don't know what I should say. All I can do is just reminding you that God is real, God is good. If you have the Lord in your life or you're just starting your walk, remember that whatever God starts, He will finish. I got to remind myself of that too. I have this little thing over here to remind myself whenever I do look at it that it's got a bunch of names on it. Okay. And I'll read it to you. It says Jacob was a cheater. Peter had a temper. David had an affair. Noah got drunk. Jonah ran from God. Paul was a murderer. Gideon was insecure. Miriam was a gossip. Martha was a worrier. Thomas was a doubter. Sarah was impatient. Elijah was moody. Moses stuttered. Zacchaeus was short. Abraham was old. Lazarus was dead. And then at the bottom it says, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. And that's Second Corinthians chapter 12. I can't read the verse. It's been messed up. I think it's Second Corinthians 12:7, but let's go look. Okay. Corinthians 12:04. Hold on. This Bible, it's 12:04. Chapter 12. It's 12, chapter 12, verse 9. And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Christ may rest upon me. And that's the whole verse. So I just got to remind myself that, and we must remind each and every one of ourselves that when we are weak, He is strong. We're at our weakest, He is at His strongest. Um. Okay, so let's get into this so I can go do what I got to do. And the Lord spake unto Moses in Mount Sinai, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when ye come into the land which I give you, then shall the land keep a Sabbath unto the Lord. 6 years thou shalt sow thy field, and 6 years thou shalt prune thy vineyard, and gather in the fruit thereof. But in the 7th year shall be a Sabbath of rest unto the land, a Sabbath for the Lord. Thou shalt neither sow thy field, nor prune thy vineyard. That which groweth of its own accord of thy harvest thou shalt not reap, neither gather the grapes of thy vine undressed, for it is a year of rest unto the land. And the Sabbath of the land shall be meat for you, for thee, and for thy servant, and for thy maid, and for thy hired servant, and for thy stranger that sojourneth with thee, and for the cattle, and for thy cattle, and for the beast that are in thy land, shall all the increase thereof be meat. And thou shalt number 7 Sabbaths of years unto thee, 7 times 7 years, and the space of the 7 Sabbaths of years shall be unto thee 40 and 9 years. Then shalt thou cause the trumpet of the Jubilee to sound on the 10th day of the 7th month. In the day of atonement shall ye make the trumpet sound throughout all your land, and ye shall hallow the 50th year, and proclaim liberty throughout all the land unto all the inhabitants thereof. It shall be a jubilee unto you, and ye shall return every man unto his possession, and ye shall return every man unto his family. A jubilee shall that 50th year be unto you. Ye shall not sow, neither reap that which groweth of itself in it, nor gather the grapes in it of thy vine. I wish my brain would work perfectly, but it doesn't. So I misread things sometimes. Forgive me. Of thy vine undressed, for it is the Jubilee, it shall be holy unto you. Ye shall eat the increase thereof out of the field. In the year of this Jubilee ye shall return every man unto his possession. And if thou sell aught unto thy neighbor, or buyest aught of thy neighbor's hand, ye shall not oppress one another. According to the number of years after the Jubilee, thou shalt buy of thy neighbor, and according unto the number of years of the fruits he shall sell unto thee. According to the multitude of years thou shalt increase the price thereof, and according to the fewness of years thou shalt diminish the price of it. For according to the number of the years of the fruits doth he sell unto thee. Ye shall not therefore oppress one another, but thou shalt fear thy God, for I am the Lord your God. Wherefore ye shall do my statutes and keep my judgments and do them, and ye shall dwell in the land in safety. And the land shall yield her fruit, and ye shall eat your fill and dwell therein in safety. And if ye shall say, what shall we eat the 7th year? Behold, we shall not sow, nor gather in our increase. Then I will command my blessing upon you in the 6th year, and it shall bring forth fruit for 3 years. And ye shall sow the 8th year, and eat yet of old fruit until the 9th year, until her fruits come in, ye shall eat of the old store. The land shall not be sold for ever, for the land is mine, for ye are strangers and sojourners with me. And in all the land of your possession ye shall grant a redemption for the land. If thy brother be waxen poor, and hath sold away some of his possession, and if any of his kin come to redeem it, then shall he redeem that which his brother sold. And if the man have none to redeem it, and himself be able to redeem it, then let him count the years of the sale thereof, and restore the overplus unto the man to whom he sold it, that he may return unto his possession. But if he be not able to restore it to him, then that which is sold shall remain in the hand of him that hath bought it until the year of Jubilee. And in the Jubilee it shall go out, and he shall return unto his possession. And if a man sell a dwelling house in a walled city, then he may redeem it within a whole year after it is sold. Within a full year may he redeem it. And if it be not redeemed within the space of a full year, then the house that is in the walled city shall be established forever to him that bought it throughout his generations. It shall not go out in the Jubilee. But the houses of the villages which have no wall round about them shall be counted as the fields of the country. They may be redeemed, and they shall go out in the Jubilee. Now, withstanding the cities of the Levites and the houses of the cities of their possession may the Levites redeem at any time. And if a man purchase of the Levites, then the house that was sold and the city of his possession shall go out in the year of Jubilee, for the houses of the cities of the Levites are their possession among the children of Israel. But the field of the suburbs of their cities may not be sold, for it is their perpetual possession. And if thy brother be waxen poor and fallen in decay with thee, then thou shalt receive him, yea, though he be a stranger or a sojourner, that he may live with thee. Take thou no usury of him or increase, but fear thy God, that thy brother may live with thee. Thou shalt not give him thy money upon usury, nor lend him thy victuals for increase. I am the Lord your God, which brought you forth out of the land of Egypt, to give you the land of Canaan, and to be your God. And if thy brother that dwelleth by thee be waxen poor, and be sold unto thee, thou shalt not compel him to serve as a bondservant, but as an hired servant, and as a sojourner he shall be with thee, and shall serve thee unto the year of Jubilee. And then shall he depart from thee, both he and his children with him, and shall return unto his own family, and unto the possession of his fathers shall he return. For they are my servants, which I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. They shall not be sold as bondmen. Thou shalt not rule over him with rigor, but shall fear thy God. Both thy bondmen and thy bondmaids, which thou shalt have, shall be of the heathen that are round about you. Of them shall ye buy bondmen and bondmaids. Moreover, of the children of the strangers that do sojourn among you, of them shall ye buy, and of their families that are with you, which they begat in your land, and they shall be your possession. And ye shall take them as an inheritance for your children after you, to inherit them for a possession. They shall be your bondmen forever. But over your brethren, the children of Israel, ye shall not rule one over another with rigor. And if a sojourner or stranger wax rich by thee, and thy brother that dwelleth by him wax poor, and sell himself unto the stranger or sojourner by thee, or to the stock of the stranger's family, after that he is sold, he may be redeemed again. One of his brethren may redeem him, either his uncle or his uncle's son may redeem him, or any that is nigh of kin unto him of his family may redeem him, or if he be able, he may redeem himself, and he shall reckon with him that bought him from the year that he was sold to him. Hold on. So we're in 50 right here. So I'll read it again. And he shall reckon with him that bought him from the year that he was sold to him unto the year of Jubilee. And the price of his sale shall be according unto the number of years, according to the time of an hired servant shall it be with him. If there be yet many years behind, according unto them he shall give again the price of his redemption out of the money that he was bought for. And if there remain but few years unto the year of Jubilee, then he shall count with him, and according unto his years shall he give him again the price of his redemption. And as a yearly hired servant shall he be with me, him. Forgive me, Father. And the other shall not rule with rigor over him in thy sight. And if he be not redeemed in these years, then he shall go out in the year of Jubilee, both he and his children with him. For unto me, the children of Israel, are servants. They are my servants, whom I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. Chapter 26. Ye shall make you no idols nor graven image, neither rear you up a standing image, neither shall ye set up any image of stone in your land to bow down unto it. For I am the Lord your God. Ye shall keep my Sabbaths and reverence my sanctuary. I am the Lord. If ye walk in my statutes and keep my commandments and do them, then I will give you rain in due season, and the land shall yield her increase, and the trees of the field shall yield their fruit, and your threshing shall reach unto the vintage, and the vintage shall reach unto the sowing time, and ye shall eat your bread to the full, and dwell in your land safely. And I will give peace in the land, and ye shall lie down, and none shall make you afraid, and I will rid evil beasts out of the land, neither shall the sword go through your land, and ye shall chase your enemies, and they shall fall before you by the sword. And 5 of you shall chase 100, and 100 of you shall put 10,000 to flight, and your enemies shall fall before you by the sword. For I will have respect unto you, and make you fruitful, and multiply you, and establish my covenant with you. And ye shall eat old store, and bring forth the old because of the new. And I will set my tabernacle among you, and my soul shall not abhor you. And I will walk among you, and will be your God, and ye shall be my people. I am the Lord your God, which brought you forth out of the land of Egypt, that ye should not be their bondmen. And I have broken the bands of your yoke, and made you go upright. But if ye will not hearken unto me, and will not do all these commandments, and if ye shall despise my statutes, or if your soul abhor my judgments, so that ye will not do all my commandments, but that ye break my covenant, I also will do this unto you. I will even appoint over you terror, consumption, and the burning ague. ague? Wait a minute. Verse 16. AGUE. Oh, a fit of fever or shivering or shaking chills accompanied by malice. pains in the bones and joints, a fever with successive stages of fever and chills caused by malaria. So it's such as malaria marked by paroxy. I can't even read that word, but it's caused by malaria. It seems like it's it's like a fever. Gayu, a gaio, is a severe fever that's marked by recurring chills, shivering, and sweating. Okay. Gaio, ag, agayu. Okay, so anyway, that shall consume the eyes and cause sorrow of heart, and ye shall sow your seed in vain, for your enemies shall eat it. Like, dude, get out of my throat. And I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies. They that hate you shall reign over you, and ye shall flee when none pursueth you. And if ye will not yet for all this hearken unto me, then I will punish you 7 times more for your sins. And I will break the pride of your power, and I will make your heaven as iron, and your earth as brass. And your strength shall be spent in vain, for your land shall not yield her increase, neither shall the trees of the land yield their fruits. And if ye walk contrary unto me, and will not hearken unto me, I will bring 7 times more plagues upon you according to your sins. I will also send wild beasts among you, which shall rob you of your children and destroy your cattle, and make you few in number, and your highways shall be desolate. That's not 2 words. It's not one word, it's 2 words. Your high ways. 23. Where is it? Right here. So, your high ways shall be desolate. And if ye will not be reformed by me by these things, but will walk contrary unto me, then will I also walk contrary unto you, and will punish you yet 7 times for your sins. And I will bring a sword upon you that shall avenge the quarrel of my covenant. And when ye are gathered together within your cities, I will send the among you, and ye shall be delivered into the hand of the enemy. And when I have broken the staff of your bread, 10 women shall bake your bread in one oven, and they shall deliver you your bread again by weight, and ye shall eat and not be satisfied. And if ye will not for all this hearken unto me, but walk contrary unto me, then I will walk contrary unto you also in fury, and I, even I, will chastise you 7 times for your sins, and ye shall eat the flesh of your sons, and the flesh of your daughters shall ye eat. And I will destroy your high places, and cut down your images, and cast your carcasses upon carcasses of your idols, and my soul shall abhor you. And I will make your cities waste and bring your sanctuaries unto desolation, and I will not smell the savor of your sweet odors. And I will bring the land into desolation, and your enemies which dwell therein shall be astonished at it. And I will scatter you among the heathen, and will draw out a sword after you, and your land shall be desolate, and your cities waste. Then shall the land enjoy her Sabbaths, as long as it lieth desolate, and ye be in your enemies' land. Even then shall the land rest and enjoy her Sabbaths. As long as it lieth desolate, it shall rest, because it did not rest in your Sabbaths when ye dwelt upon it. And upon them that are left alive of you I will send a faintness into their hearts in the lands of their enemies, and the sound of a shaken leaf shall chase them, and they shall flee as fleeing from a sword, and they shall fall when none pursueth, and they shall fall one upon another as it were before a sword, when none pursueth, and ye shall have no power to stand before your enemies, and ye shall perish among the heathen, and the land of your enemies shall eat you up. And they that are left of you shall pine away in their iniquity in your enemies' lands, and also in the iniquities of their fathers shall they pine away with them, if they shall confess their iniquity and the iniquity of their fathers with their trespass which they trespassed against me, and that also they have walked contrary unto me, and that I have also and that I also have walked contrary unto them, and have brought them into the land of their enemies. Hold on, right here. If then their uncircumcised hearts be humbled, and they then accept of the punishment of their iniquity, then I will remember my covenant with Jacob, and also my covenant with Isaac, and also my covenant with Abraham will I remember, and I will remember the land. The land also shall be left of them, and shall enjoy her Sabbaths, while she lieth desolate without them, and they shall accept of the punishment of their iniquity, because they despised my judgments, and because their soul abhorred my statutes. And yet, for all that, when they be in the land of their enemies, I will not cast them away, neither will I abhor them to destroy them utterly, and to break my covenant with them, for I am the Lord their God. But I will for their sakes remember the covenant of their ancestors, whom I brought forth out of the land of Egypt in the sight of the heathen, that I might be their God. I am the Lord. These are the statutes and judgments and laws which the Lord made between him and the children of Israel in Mount Sinai by the hand of Moses. One more chapter, and then we go into Numbers. Oh, you guys are going to love this. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When a man shall make a singular vow, the persons shall be for the Lord by thy estimation. And thy estimation shall be of the male from 20 years old even unto 60 years old, even thy estimation shall be 50 shekels of silver after the shekel of the sanctuary. And if it be a female, then thy estimation shall be 30 shekels. And if it be from 5 years old even unto 20 years old, then thy estimation shall be of the male 20 shekels, and for the female 10 shekels.
And if it be from a month old even unto 5 years old, then thy estimation shall be of the male 5 shekels of silver, and for the female thy estimation shall be 3 shekels of silver. And if it be from 60 years old and above, if it be a male, then thy estimation shall be 15 shekels, and for the female 10 shekels. But if he be poorer than thy estimation, then he shall present himself before the priest, and the priest shall value him according to his ability that vowed shall the priest value him. And if it be a beast whereof men bring an offering unto the Lord, all that any man giveth of such unto the Lord shall be holy. He shall not alter it nor change it, a good for a bad, or a bad for a good. And if he shall at all change beast for beast, then it and the exchange thereof shall be holy. And if it be any unclean beast of which they do not offer a sacrifice unto the Lord, then he shall present the beast before the priest. And the beast, excuse me, and the priest shall value it, whether it be good or bad, as thou valuest it who art the priest, so shall it be. But if he will at all redeem it, then he shall add a fifth part thereof unto thy estimation. And when a man shall sanctify his house, be holy unto the Lord, then the priest shall estimate it, whether it be good or bad, as the priest shall estimate it, so shall it stand. And if he that sanctified it will redeem his house, then he shall add the fifth part of the money of thy estimation unto it, and it shall be his. We're on 16 right here. And if a man shall sanctify unto the Lord some part of a field of his possession, then thy estimation shall be according to the seed thereof, and homer of barley seed shall be valued at 50 shekels of silver. If he sanctify his field from the year of Jubilee according to thy estimation, it shall stand. But if he sanctify his field after the Jubilee, then the priest shall reckon unto him the money according to the years that remain, even unto the year of the Jubilee, and it shall be abated from thy estimation. And if he that sanctified the field will in any wise redeem it, then he shall add the fifth part of the money of thy estimation unto it, and it shall be assured to him. And if he will not redeem the field, or if he have sold the field to another man, it shall not be redeemed any more. But the field, when it goeth out in the Jubilee, shall be holy unto the Lord, as a field devoted. The possession thereof shall be the priest's. And if a man sanctify unto the Lord a field which he hath bought, which is not of the fields of his possession, then the priest shall reckon unto him the worth of thy estimation, even unto the year of the Jubilee, and he shall give thine estimation in that day as a holy thing unto the Lord. In the year of the Jubilee the field shall return unto him of whom it was bought, even to him to whom the possession of the land did belong, and all thy estimation shall be according to the shekel of the sanctuary. 20 gerahs shall be the shekel. Only the firstling of the beasts, which should be the Lord's firstling, no man shall sanctify it, whether it be ox or sheep, it is the Lord's. And if it be of unclean beast, then he shall redeem it according to thine estimation, and shall add a fifth part of it thereto. Or if it be not redeemed, then it shall be sold according to thy estimation. Notwithstanding, no devoted thing that a man shall devote unto the Lord of all that he hath, both of man and beast, and of the field of his possession, shall be sold or redeemed. Every devoted thing is most holy unto the Lord. None devoted which shall be devoted of men shall be redeemed, but shall surely be put to death. And all the tithe of the land, whether of the seed of the land or of the fruit of the tree, is the Lord's. It is holy unto the Lord. And if a man will at all redeem aught of his tithes, he shall add thereto the fifth part thereof. And concerning the tithe of the herd, or of the flock, even of whatsoever passeth under the rod, the tenth shall be holy unto the Lord. He shall not search whether it be good or bad, neither shall he change it. And if he change it at all, then both it and the change thereof shall be holy, it shall not be redeemed. These are the commandments which the Lord commanded Moses for the children of Israel in Mount Sinai. Yay, we're out of Leviticus. On to Numbers. Chapter 1. It's going to be a long chapter? Oh, yeah. 54 verses. Yay. I'm not going to give up. Here we go. The fourth book of Moses called Numbers. Okay. Give me a second. I'm going to go get some water and like wipe my face off with something. Hold
Okay. Okay. And the Lord spake unto Moses in the wilderness of Sinai in the tabernacle of the congregation on the first day of the second month in the second year after they were come out of the land of Egypt, saying, Take ye the sum of all the congregation of the children of Israel after their families by the house of their fathers, with the number of their names, every male by their polls. From 20 years old and upward, all that are able to go forth to war in Israel, thou and Aaron shall number them by their armies. And with you there shall be a man of every tribe, every one head of the house of his fathers. And these are the names of the men that shall stand with you: of the tribe of Reuben, Elazar, the son of Shedur; of Simeon, Shalumiel, the son of Zurishadai; of Judah, Nah- Nahshon, the son of Aminadab; of Issachar, Nathaniel, the son of Zuar; of Zebulun, Eliab, the son of Helon; of the children of Joseph; of Ephraim, Elishama, Elishama, the son of Amihud; of Manasseh, Gam, Gamaliel, the son of Pedazur; of Benjamin, Abidan, the son of Gideoni; of Dan, Ahiezer, Ahiezer, the son of um, Amishadai; of Asher, Pagiel, the son of Achran; of Gad, Elis, Eliasaph, the son of Deuel. Forgive me if I pronounce some of these words in or some of these names incorrectly. It's we're talking about a lot of people right here. Of Naphtali, uh, Ira, the son of Enan. These were the renowned of the congregation, princes of the tribes of their fathers, heads of thousands in Israel. And Moses and Aaron took these men which are expressed by their names, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward by their polls. As the Lord commanded Moses, so he numbered them in the wilderness of Sinai. And the children of Reuben, Israel's eldest son, by their generations after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names by their polls, every male from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war, those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Reuben, were 46,500. So that's 46,500. That's a lot of people. And of the children of Simeon, by their generations after their families, by the house of their fathers,
those that were numbered of them according to the number of the names of by their polls, every male from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war, those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Simeon, were 50,009,300. Of the children of Gad, by their generations after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war, those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Gad, were 40,005,650. Of the children of Judah, by their generations after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war, those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Judah, were 314,600. Of the children of Issachar by their generations after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war, those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Issachar, were 50,004,400. Of the children of Zebulun by their generations after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war. Those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Zebulun, were 50,007,400. Of the children of Joseph, namely, of the children of Ephraim, by their generations after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war, those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Ephraim, were 40,500. Of the children of Manasseh, by their generations after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war, those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Manasseh, were 32,200. Of the children of Benjamin by their generations after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war, those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Benjamin, were 35,400. Of the children of Dan by their generations after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war, those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Dan, were 62,700. Of the children of Asher by their generations after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, at all that were able to go forth to war, those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Asher, were 40,001,500. Of the children of Naphtali throughout their generations after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war, those that were numbered of them, even of the tribe of Naphtali, were 50,003,400. These are those that were numbered, which Moses and Aaron numbered, and the princes of Israel, being 12 men, each one was for the house of his fathers. So were all those that were numbered of the children of Israel by the house of their fathers from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war in Israel, even all they that were numbered were 600,003,550. That's a lot of people to number. That is an immense amount of people to number. Whew. But the Levites, after the tribe of their fathers, were not numbered among them. For the Lord had spoken unto Moses, saying, only thou shalt not number the tribe of Levi, neither take the sum of them among the children of Israel, but thou shalt appoint the Levites over the tabernacle of testimony, and over all the vessels thereof, and over all things that belong to it. They shall bear the tabernacle and all the vessels thereof, and they shall minister unto it, and shall encamp round about the tabernacle. And when the tabernacle setteth forward, come on, brain, the Levites shall take it down, and when the tabernacle is to be pitched, the Levites shall set it up, and the stranger that cometh nigh shall be put to death. And the children of Israel shall pitch their tents, every man by his own camp, and every man by his own standard, throughout their hosts. But the Levites shall pitch round about the tabernacle of testimony, that there be no wrath upon the congregation of the children of Israel. And the Levites shall keep the charge of the tabernacle of testimony. And the children of Israel did according to all the Lord commanded Moses. So they did. Okay? Oh, I read that wrong. So did they. Why does my brain do that? I think I have dyslexia. Yeah. It says, like, I know I read it, but my brain said so they did instead of so did they. Like, come on, dude. Fuck with me here. All right. Oxy, Mark Zink, Lurks, Drapsnet, Dunk, 8, and Sophia. You guys have a pleasant and blessed evening. I am jumping off. Okay. Been on here for an hour and a half already. Okay. Tomorrow night we'll do chapter 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let me just look real. Oh, wait. I'm not done yet. Not done. I almost forgot. Almost forgot. I don't know how I did, but I almost forgot. Just it's been a very long reading. It's the 8th, and I almost forgot to do Proverbs. Okay, so let's do Proverbs. Doth not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice? She standeth in the top of high places, by the way, in the places of the paths. She crieth at the gates, at the entry of the city, at the coming in, at the doors. Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of man. O ye simple, understand wisdom, and ye fools, be ye of an understanding heart. Hear, for I will speak of excellent things, and the opening of my lips shall be right things. For my mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips. All the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing froward or perverse in them. They are all plain to him that understandeth, and right to them that find knowledge. Receive my instruction, and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence, and find out knowledge of witty inventions. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride, and arrogancy, and the evil way, and the froward mouth. Do I hate? It's not a question. I read it as a question, but it's not. and the froward mouth do I hate. Counsel is mine, and sound wisdom. I am understanding, I have strength. By me kings reign, and princes decree justice. By me princes rule, and nobles, even all the judges of the earth. I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me. Riches and honor are with me, yea, durable riches and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, yea, than fine gold, and my revenue than choice silver. I lead in the way of righteousness in the midst of the paths of judgment, that I may cause those that love me to inherit substance, and I will fill their treasures. The Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way, before his works of old. I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, or ever the earth was. When there were no depths, I was brought forth. When there were no fountains abounding with water, before the mountains were settled, before the hills was I brought forth. While as yet he had not made the earth, nor the fields, nor the highest part of the dust of the world. When he prepared the heavens, I was there, not me. When he set a compass upon the face of the depth, when he established the clouds above, when he strengthened the fountains of the deep, when he gave to the sea his decree that the water should not pass his commandment, when he appointed the foundations of the earth, then I was by him, as one brought up with him, and I was daily his delight, rejoicing always before him, rejoicing in the habitable part of his earth, and my delights were with the sons of men. Now therefore hearken unto me, O ye children, for blessed are they that keep my ways. Hear instruction and be wise, and refuse it not. Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the post of my doors. For whoso findeth me findeth life, and shall obtain favor of the Lord. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All that all they that hate me love death. Okay.
So, once again, God bless you all. Thank you for coming to the stream to listen to the Lord's word. And God willing, I'll be here tomorrow night. Same thing.